Hey guys, this is Al. It's Sunday, 10th of April, and I'm over at the shop. Just to give you a quick general update, I did a quick review on the 560, so that's going to be the main video. But been pretty active during this week, so I've been messing around trying to figure out what I need to do next and working on those cars. I'll show you this. So these were the wheels that were originally on the 560. So I took these over to a wheel specialist over here in North Dallas and had them refinished, and they also mounted new pair of tires, new set of tires on it. They look glorious. So my goal right now with these wheels is I'm planning on putting them on my 84 500 SL. So, sorry, on my 84 500 SL. So this car right now has a set of Oz 3-piece AMG alloys. These are the pre-merger wheels. They're the correct offset for this car and for the 126. They're 10 by 17 in the back, and I believe 8.5 by 17 in the front. This car, you know, I've had for a long time, and I'll do a proper review on it. I stopped driving it maybe about 7 years ago, actually looking at it right now. It's 2016, which meant that the last time I registered this car was in 2015. So that's probably the last time I drove this car. But it's been pretty reliable up until recently. The fuel pump failed on it, and then I replaced the fuel pump with a generic aftermarket fuel pump. It looks like a Bosch fuel pump, but it's not. Most Plus. That pump lasted maybe about 10 minutes. So I've just bought a replacement Bosch pump. We're going back in there and replacing it. I used this probe to test the pump, make sure it was a pump that was bad and not the relay or anything else like that. And sure enough, the pump was bad. So we're going to change this over, and then once we do, I'm going to put the car on the lift, pull these wheels off, put those Lorenzas on there, because I want to drive this car. It's actually a very nice car to drive. And the 107s, the suspension's really based on a 114, which is from the 60s. They were really designed for 14-inch wheels, and 16s is about as large as you want to go with these cars. Anything more than that, and they don't ride very well. So, I'll get that done. I need to do the rear brakes, and then I'll start driving this car again, because it's fun. It's a nice car. So that's really what I've been working on. I have somebody helping me out, and they're working on my 1988 BMW M5. And we'll do a video on this one at some point as well. But right now, the head is off and it's in the trunk of my car. So I'll show you what was wrong with it. So this car, I bought it off a friend of mine. We still keep in touch. I bought it, I don't know, maybe 2016. We still keep in touch. I ended up subsequently buying an E29 M5 from him as well. When I bought this car, he disclosed that it had running issues, and he thinks that there was a problem with a bent valve or something else like that. It had a rough idle, but it didn't feel bad. It didn't feel terrible. But when he did a compression test, he said that it was low compression on cylinder number 3. So I did a compression test as well after he did, and sure enough, I was getting 160 or whatever psi on each cylinder except cylinder number 3, and that turned out to be like 30 psi. So there was clearly a problem there. I stopped driving it, you know, I just parked it, didn't know what to do about it until recently, where I've decided now that, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to pull the head off, send it off, get it rebuilt, and you know, do a top end refresh. So it turned out that one of the valves was chipped on cylinder number 3. Now the piston's in good shape, the cylinder's in good shape, so I guess, you know, it just blew the whatever, you know, out the exhaust, the metal, but the valve got chipped, and, you know, as a result, it developed low compression. So it's going to a machine shop. We'll get it redone, and then we'll take it from there. But in the meanwhile, just give me a second. I'm going to cover this engine up because sometimes the roof leaks in this place. That's better. Put some, cover it. That's the head and the cam box. I'll take the cam box over to the machine shop as well, so that they could clean it up. But let's see if I can flip this over on its side, and there you go. See that over there? That's your chip. So that's basically what happened, and that's what caused the low compression situation. But I can't see where the valve went, you know, the metal. So I guess it blew it out the exhaust, and that's it. We're done. That's all she wrote. That's it. Thank you very much, and I'll update you guys next week. Thank you.